Welcome to Serenity Narratives, where we embark together on the mindfulness chariot. Let us embrace renewal and hope through the boundless grace of God. Have you ever felt life's burdens weighing you down, like everything is against you? Yet even in the hardest moments, God brings renewal. Jeremiah beautifully reminds us of the potter reshaping clay, even when it falters. Like sunlight streaming through a broken stained glass, your unique story is formed by God's loving hands. Stay with us as we uncover how Jesus not only embraced suffering, but transformed it into the ultimate plan for you, a plan rooted in eternal hope. Think of the times when hope felt distant and faith faltered. But consider this. What if those storms were steps in God's design for you? Jeremiah 29:11 assures us that His plans are to prosper, not harm us. God's process is like a potter molding clay, every challenge shaping us closer to Him. Psalm 147:3 reminds us, He comforts the brokenhearted and binds their wounds. What feels like an ending may be God creating a new beginning. Cracks in life are openings for Christ's light to illuminate your path. Trust the Creator, for even trials can become testimonies of His everlasting love. Every spiritual hero faced trials before emerging stronger. Take Joseph, sold by his brothers, yet chosen to save a nation. Or Job, who lost everything but remained faithful, receiving even greater blessings. Jesus' suffering on the cross transformed despair into eternal salvation. Difficulties purify us, like gold refined in fire. Struggles strip away superficial layers, allowing Christ's image to shine within. It may feel like you're buried, but perhaps you're being planted to grow. Remember, hardship doesn't end you. It prepares you for God's glorious transformation. Imagine a seed buried in the earth's darkness, feeling broken and forgotten. But through God's wisdom, it cracks open, sparking growth towards light. Just as Psalm 35 says, "Weeping may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning." No pain is overlooked. Each tear waters your faith. By trusting fully in Proverbs 3:5, leaning not on your understanding, your breaking moments can open doors to breakthroughs. As God shapes your path, know that the pain of today builds the joy of tomorrow. True transformation happens when we surrender to God's will. Consider the diamond, formed under immense pressure, or gold that emerges shining from fire. Jesus Himself, in Gethsemane, prayed in agony but still followed the Father's plan to redeem humanity. Even in stillness, great change occurs, like a butterfly hidden in its cocoon. What may look like devastation to the world can be God orchestrating resurrection. Those moments that tested you weren't for destruction, but for preparation. Think of the scars left by your trials. They are evidence of God's hands at work. Where you see fractures, God sees spaces for His grace to fill. Hold on to faith, for today's hardships are molding you for an eternal glory that reveals your divine purpose. Adversity doesn't signal the end of your story, but a new chapter of transformation. Romans 8:28 reassures us that God works all things for the good of those who love Him. When life shakes the foundations, Psalm 46:10 gently reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." Trials refine your soul, molding you into a masterpiece of Christ-like strength. Reflect on Peter, who stumbled in weakness but rose empowered to lead the church. Each wound you carry is not just a reminder of hardship, but of redemption. Clay alone cannot shape itself. It takes a potter's skill to create beauty. Trust that God is shaping you through every storm, every tear, and every scar. What the world sees as broken, He sees as perfected in grace. Let your life, even in its imperfections, radiate His unending love. Whether in joy or sorrow, you are a vessel of His light, shining brighter with each step of faith. These trials are today's testimony to His work in you, bringing glory to eternity. This is not the end of your journey, but a glimpse of God's greater work in you. Paul reminds us, our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory. 2 Corinthians 4:17. Like gold refined by fire, your scars reflect the grace of redemption. Where you feel shattered, God restores with golden threads of love, creating a beauty unique to you. Cast aside shame and embrace the truths of Isaiah 53:5. By His wounds, we are healed. You are not broken, you are being made new. Dear friend, thank you for joining us on this journey. If today's message uplifted your heart, subscribe and be part of our Serenity Narratives community for weekly reflections. Together, let's continue walking toward wholeness through God's everlasting love, knowing you are His masterpiece, destined for peace and purpose.